The prosecution wants the jury to hear one word before anything else: gang. Because once that word is said in court, the damage might be already done when it comes to this witness tampering case. As we all know, Melly is set to go to trial next month for witness tampering, so we're a few weeks away. And if he's found guilty, he could be facing up to life in prison. So today, I'm gonna just look at a few things that were brought up in court and how Drew Findling is trying to get these things thrown out. Y'all check this out. Jamel Demons, through undersigned counsel, moved this court to bifurcate the allegations contained in the information that alleged the crimes were committed for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang. The facts and the charges. Demons is charged in count 1 with tampering with a witness. The pertinent part of the information alleges Jamel Demons did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct and or offer pecuniary benefit and or gain with the intent to cause or induce blank to withhold testimony from an official proceeding and or invade legal process summoning her to appear as a witness in an official proceeding and or be absent from an official proceeding to which she had been summoned by legal process. And Jamel Demons committed the defense for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang, contrary to section 914.22, quote 177.011 and 874.04 of Florida statute. Demons is charged in count 3 with solicitation to commit tampering. The same language italicized above is added to the main charge. In count 5, Demons is charged with conspiracy to commit tampering. The italicized language above is included in this charge. The allegations of, quote, committing the offense for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang, here and after gang enhancement, is a sentence enhancement. Upon proof of this fact beyond a reasonable doubt, the law provides that this sentence will be enhanced for a felony of the first degree to life in prison. In the present case, Demons is charged with tampering with a witness, a capital felony. This is already punishable by life, so the enhancement is mere surplusage. I think I said that. The right. Solicitation charge and conspiracy charge are first degree felonies. The criminal gang enhancement would increase the maximum punishment to life in prison. Demons is also charged by indictment with 2 counts of murder. This case went to trial in April 2023 and concluded July 2023, resulting in a hung jury. The charges in the instant case of witness tampering, etc., involved Blank, who was listed as a witness for the prosecution and did not appear for the trial in 2023. The law requires a jury finding a sentence enhancement. The Fifth and Sixth Amendment to the United States Constitution require that a unanimous jury find facts that enhance a sentence, whether by imposing a mandatory minimum term, increasing the guideline range, or expanding the statutory maximum. The Supreme Court has repeatedly held that sentencing enhancement must be found by a jury. Allowing the jury to hear evidence regarding potential sentencing enhancement would be utterly prejudicial on the witness tampering charges. The elements of tampering with a witness as charged in the information are: the defendant knowingly engaged in misleading conduct or offered pecuniary benefit or gain, and the defendant did so with the intent to cause the person to withhold testimony from an official proceeding and or invade legal process summoning her to appear as a witness in an official proceeding and or be absent from an official proceeding to which she had been summoned by legal process, and the official proceeding and or legal process summoning her to appear involved a capital felony. In order to prove the criminal gang enhancement, the state will have to prove Demons committed a crime of witness tampering for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang. A criminal gang means a formal or informal ongoing organization, association, or group that has one or more of its primary activities the commission of criminal or delinquent acts, and that consists of 3 or more persons who have a common name or common identifying signs, colors, or symbols. There are no overlap in the elements of witness tampering. The state is not required to prove membership in the criminal gang in order to prove the crime of tampering with a witness. Introducing evidence purporting to show Demon was a member of a street criminal gang would be extremely prejudicial to his right to a fair trial on the witness tampering, solicitation, and conspiracy charges. The state would have to prove involvement with a group of people who commit crimes. This is similar to crimes that are enhanced based upon prior criminal acts. Conclusion: in order to preserve Demon's right to a fair trial under Article 1, Sections 2, 9, and 16 of the Florida Constitution and Amendments 5, 6, and 14 under the United States Constitution, the criminal gang enhancement contained in counts 1, 3, and 5 should be bifurcated only if there is a finding of guilt on the charges of tampering with a witness, solicitation to commit tampering, or conspiracy to commit tampering should any evidence purporting to show criminal gang involvement be presented to the jury. Wherefore, the defendant respectfully requests this court to order verification of the gang enhancement in the trial of this matter. I hope I've been saying that. Bifurcate, however you say that. I know what it means, though. Signed by Drew Findling. Melly's lawyers filed a motion to bifurcate the gang enhancement. And for those who don't know what bifurcate mean, I think I'm saying that word right. It's basically keep the gang talk out of trial until guilt is decided. When you're a juror and you hear words like gang and stuff in furtherance of the gang, that automatically paints a picture to the jurors of fear, which leads to being biased and making assumptions, if that makes sense. And that's exactly what the defense team is trying to block. That's what Drew Findling is trying to block, because let's be real, the prosecution, they need this gang narrative. They need it. Why? Because without it, the motive gets weaker. The story loses shock value, and this case relies purely on evidence then, not emotion. Because in all honesty, gang allegations aren't just legal tools. Gang allegations are psychological weapons when it comes to the judicial system and how prosecutors lean in on the jurors when they're trying to build a case and trying to get a point across, if I said that right. So the defense team, Drew Findling, he pretty much trying to warn the judge, basically saying, you know, once the jurors hear gang, Melly is already guilty in their mind. And there's other things too. There's other motions that were filed. It was like 7 or 8 different motions filed today where he trying to get everything thrown out. And this is just for the witness tampering case. But I was looking at some of it and I'm like, and if he get this thrown out in the witness tampering case, he will walk. He gonna walk. Because everything dealing with the witness tampering case is tied to not only the murder, but everybody else that played a part in the murder. So if you get all these things kicked out, then that stuff might not even play a factor when it comes to 2027 when he go to trial for the murder of Sac and Juvie. I don't know. That's just me thinking. Did that make sense? Like if I'm tripping, I always say, you know, just leave it down in the comments below, because that move right there to me was something serious. And if the judge actually grants these motions, then the prosecutor probably lost in a major way. It's a lot of stuff, man. Like I'm talking about from YouTubers, content creators and stuff, where it's like, if you use your common sense, you know for sure the proof is in the pudding. But if you going by the law and some of these things stick, then it's like, damn, they did it again. They got away with it again. I ain't gonna lie, shit. This, you know, if it worked, it worked. And if it do, it's crazy. That works. That really gives Melly and his defense team a whole lot of breathing room. Like more breathing room than we actually realized. Like I went through there and I read some of that stuff today, and it's like, you don't file a motion like that unless you know that the gang enhancement can really bury your client. Like that's somewhere like the nail in the coffin. And this tells us too that the defense see that these allegations are a real deal threat, not just the witness tampering charge itself. That's what they trying to get you to really just focus on, the witness tampering charge, but everything else that's tied to it, man, y'all go check that paperwork out, man. Just go look at that stuff on the website and everything that he filed today. If they can get some of this stuff to stick, it's over with. That gang enhancement charge stick is over. Drop your thoughts, because this case kind of getting darker by the day, and that was a swift move, you know, because a lot of them phone calls that Melly made, if you think about Terrence Mathis and James Howard, those guys are alleged gang members, gang affiliates, and they in jail for some whole other stuff, but it still circle around the top. So everything that he was doing in there is on paper, like he real deal was in there moving funny. He was moving funny. It's just all about what you can really prove though. But like I say, man, I'm just gonna use my common sense, and I'm gonna just say this without just accusing him and saying that he did it. Based on the evidence, I don't care what Drew Findling is trying to get thrown out. He working swift. He going with his nose. Drew Findling and cases he done worked with, or people he done worked with in the past. He do his job and he do it damn good. But that still don't change the fact that the facts are the facts. And if we going off the facts in the case and everything that's been documented, the things that we see online, the things that the family has been saying, man, if y'all ain't been paying attention to my videos and how I've been talking about Juvie's father, I've been sticking straight to the facts of what the family says and how the family feel when it comes to court things. Personal opinions when it comes to how you feel about your child is one thing, but he ain't been wrong when he been talking about a lot of this stuff that's been going on in the court. And just like you said in the video the other day, they also using iCloud information in his upcoming trial too. So when people just sit back and think that this stuff is over with, it's just now beginning. Then it's like people sitting up here on YouTube and everybody saying that the time that he get in this case is gonna determine the time in the murder trial. But the way that they explain it is like he's not gonna get no time, and he's gonna, whatever time he get in this is because they don't got nothing in the murder case. Where like me, I feel like whatever time he gets in this case is gonna amplify whatever time he get in the murder case, because this evidence paints the picture of everything that was thrown out in the first trial. The reason why it was a mistrial to begin with. See, the prosecutors may have dropped the ball, which we know, like with Christine, with all the stuff that happened to her, I think that's her name, everything she went through. But still in all, man, at the end of the day, they had a whole lot of evidence that had it stuck, had the phone not got thrown out, and they was able to ping and use out and bring all these people in, and they didn't, man, this dude would have been done. It'd have been over. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If you're new to the channel, if you stayed to the end, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, share this video. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me. I'm like 7 away from 1,100 subs. 2 days ago, it was 20. 3 days before that, like a week or so ago before that, it was like 100. So I've been moving, man. I appreciate it. I'm over 1,000. It took me 2 weeks to get there, and it's been taking a couple days to get to 1,100. So I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting on the channel, man, and everybody that's been rocking with me. And y'all stay blessed. Y'all have a good night. Y'all